My boyfriend pretended to like my cooking over a year. I don't know how to get over it. Then proceeded to throw his lunch into the fridge and tell his coworkers that they had free dibs on it. Oh, he then proceeded to throw his lunch into the fridge and tell his coworkers that they had free dibs on it, and that is how the whole joke started. Apparently, my boyfriend would just abandon his lunch in the fridge every day, and any of his coworkers who didn't have lunch or couldn't be bothered to go out and get any would brave it and eat his lunch instead. They also had a rule that whoever decided to eat his lunch that day would not only have to announce it to everyone, but they would have to eat by themselves that day. She said that it was a huge thing, and even her husband and their boss ended up having his lunch at some point. She said her husband tried my Korean beef bowl, and he really liked it, and sometimes the other coworkers like my meals too, but not all the time.
Oh, at least they liked it.
Oh, I don't think I need to mention how shocked and hurt and embarrassed I was.
Oh my God.
Here I was at his company party laughing and rubbing shoulders with the same people who are in on the joke. I thanked her and promised her that I wouldn't snitch on her. Then I called a cab home and sent him a text saying that something came up and I had to leave. The next day I went over to his house and confronted him and after asking repeatedly who told me all of this, with no answer, he came clean and confessed that everything I had heard was true, but that it was just harmless fun. He said it's not my cooking he hates, he just doesn't like eating healthy, and he didn't know how to tell me to stop without hurting my feelings because he knows how happy it makes me to cook for him. He apologized a million times that night and told me that it wouldn't happen again, and I gave in because, well, I love him, and I thought it was something I could eventually get over. Yeah. But then over the few days later, I snuck onto his phone, oh God, and looked at one of the group chats he has with some of his friends from work.
Nah.
And what I found in it was horrible.
Oh my God.
They were cracking jokes and sharing memes about my cooking. Not the memes. They were cracking jokes about my cooking and sharing memes. At one point in the chat history, a friend asked him why he was staying with me. It sure wasn't because of my cooking. He responded, well, the sex is great. I confronted him telling everyone how he got busted, but he smoothed things over, and they responded with freedom at last and check under your pillow at night for knives.
That's horrible.
But I'm not done yet.